How are you? Big welcome to our international audience today. We have viewers from all the way around, across the continent, and it's amazing to have you all in this great space. I think you're going to like today's show. We're going to start with styling your bedroom. Some of us have rules, y'all. Please welcome Kimberley Seldon to teach us a thing or two. There are rules.
I have rules.
You got rules.
I have rules.
You know
like
what? I expect
made
nothing
just
less.
So.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
I want mine to look like this. This just looks like such a sanctuary. You want to come home from work and just dive on this one. It's beautiful.
And you do want that because we spend a third of our lives in bed. You all know that.
Yeah.
So it's important that it feels psychologically like a place that you're going to be able to rejuvenate and recharge your battery. So color scheme is very important. Blues are perennially popular because they're calming and they're quiet and they're zen. So you can never go wrong. This beautiful bedding we picked up at Oli, which is one of our favorite stores. And they're really experts in what you need to build a bed from the ground up, a bed that you can enjoy for 20 years.
Right.
Because
and that's how long you want it for. So buy a good bed and be that person in the store rolling on the mattress. Like, you gotta test it out.
Exactly.
And get the, really good bedding that you're gonna love.
I have a duvet that is literally 24 years old. It's still
really?
in beautiful shape. I've cared for it, but when you buy quality, it should last a very, very long time.
Right.
So this obviously is a very layered bed, starting with an upholstered headboard. I like the idea of an upholstered headboard because I read in bed.
Me too.
So I like to be able to lean back, and I know the brass headboards and the wrought iron headboards are all gorgeous, but for me they're not as comfortable when I'm sitting back with a good book. So that's important. If you know, for example, that you or your husband has oily hair, because my hair is very dry, I don't have this problem, but if you have oily hair, you do want to consider whether or not that's going to leave a mark over time on the headboard. So a lot of people will use the Euro shams behind their heads, which is much easier to launder. So often the Euro shams will choose are textured like this one because they don't show the wrinkling and the crinkling, but they still have to be able to throw them in the laundry and take them out of the dryer. We always hide the sleeping pillows because this is the pillow, let's face it, that you drool on. You know,
your hair is on
that
there.
You forgot to get a little bit of your eyeliner off, and there's a big smear at the end of the night. Not attractive. So when you're going to leave for the office or you're going to have a party and you know there's going to be people who want to see what your bed looks like, make sure you tuck your sleeping pillows behind your Euro shams.
And if you're at my house for a party, don't go look in my bedroom. Don't do that, okay?
That sounds like a dare now. I think I need to go look in your bedroom. And then the great debate, how many pillows do you need on the bed? The answer is you don't.
15.
Exactly. The answer is you really get to decide how many. There's no denying that this layered look is very pretty. So adding the extra blue here in front, these are not sleeping pillows, they're decorative pillows, but for those of you who have a bad back and you tuck a pillow between your knee, this is the perfect size pillow to do just that.
Right. Or the pregos out there, you need a little bit of help.
That's right. And also when you're thinking about a flat sheet, a lot of times you want to think about a nice decorative feature at the end of the flat sheet. Turn that out and it becomes part of making the bed. Now, I love to sleep with weight on me, even in the summertime.
Me too.
So I always have a coverlet, and the coverlet would go on top of the flat sheet, like this is, and it would stay there all year round. For me, it stays there all year round. For some people, they'll take it off in the summertime and they'll just sleep under the duvet because it's lighter and it's cooler, but for me, I like it that way. The important things, beauty is important, obviously, but more important, the things you really want to spend money on are the things that you don't see. So, Tracy, if you don't mind doing a little peel back.
So what's happening under here?
You can see there's a layer of the duvet at the end of the bed. Then there's our coverlet. Then we have a nice fitted sheet. Now think about a fitted sheet when you're measuring the top of your mattress. People always say, what's a typical size top of the mattress? 8 to 18 inches. Is that helpful? I don't think it is.
Not really.
So you really do need to measure not just the mattress thickness, but how thick the elements that you pile on top of it are. So that your fitted sheets have a full hand tucked underneath. So when you go to strip that, you see how much of that fitted sheet goes under?
Yes.
You're not fighting with it that way. And that way your husband says, you know how the husbands will sometimes say, I can't do it, it's too finicky. This is not finicky.
So you have to do it.
It's made for big, meaty husband hands.
There you go.
There you go.
Otherwise, it's such a workout. It's hard.
Exactly.
You're fighting with it.
So then next we have the mattress cover. You do want to have a mattress cover because, again, you're going to sometimes you sweat in the night, you have a fever, you're sick. You want to make sure you protect that. And we put the mattress cover on top of the feather bed. I slept in a feather bed the first time maybe about 15 years ago at a girlfriend's house in Texas. I tore that bed apart to figure out why that was the best sleep I ever had, and it's the feather bed. Now, a feather bed can run you anywhere from $100 to $1,000. You definitely want to spend a decent amount on it, because if it's $100, chances are inferior feathers have gone into it, synthetic feathers, or the bits that nobody wants, which have a lot of quills and a lot of prickly bits. And a good feather should have a lot of natural down, which is just that section of plumage in the center of the bird's chest.
It's nice and fluffy.
It's nice and fluffy and lovely. So a feather bed, I think, will change your life.
And then what's this?
This is the mattress is covered because it came from Oli, and we didn't want to expose it.
You can take that off in real life.
Take the plastic off your mattress.
You can do that.
Do take the plastic off your mattress.
Feel free.
And then you have to make that back perfectly traced, because you know.
Yeah,
you know I have issues.
I know there's some strict people watching me today.
So then, if you'll take that throw on the end of the bed, I always have an extra throw.
Yeah.
And when you go to design school, interior design school, you don't just learn about plumbing and electrical and drawing to building codes and stuff. You learn the art of the throw. And you do something like this.
Look at the perfection of it all.
See what I'm saying? This took years. Don't try this at home.
Yeah, like this is experience.
But if I'm having a party, I will do something, pretentious and ridiculous like that.